Welcome to your daily focus for April the 28th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. The 28 energy. Usually with the 28, now we have to remember 2 plus 8 is 10, which is a 1. So the energy of the day, we're really looking at the one, the individual, the pioneer. It's about the ego. It's about our presence. It's about what we do, what we wear. The 28 energy is one that tells you, if you use care and good judgment, that the possibilities are endless that are awaiting you. But you have to think things through. You have to, the one energy, we want to go, we want to become, and we have to back it up a little bit. The 28 energy says, yes, concentrate on those dreams, moving forward. But we're going to think about it. We're going to think through making a decision, that we know that the world is our oyster, and we need to take the time to take the right steps, make the right choices, the right decisions. Now, if you do the numerology of the day, it's 4 plus 1 plus 5 is a 10. Now, the 10 is about intuition. It's about good luck. It's about a turning point, or moving in a new direction, a better direction, a new season. And 1 plus 0 is the 1. We have the sun in Taurus. We have the moon. When we wake up in the morning, the moon will be in Scorpio. So we'll still be investigating, thinking things through, digging deeper, getting rid of the gray areas. Getting rid of the gray areas in our life, very much with Scorpio moon. And then it moves into Sagittarius. Probably about lunchtime, huh? So the morning will be a Scorpio energy, but as we get closer and closer to a lunch hour, chances are we're going to start to feel that Sagittarian moon, and we are going to want to go on the adventure. We are going to want to, it's more of a collective energy too. A smile goes on our face because we made everybody else feel better, so to speak. So it's not just about your happiness. It's an extended happiness. It's everybody gains from your happiness. We're more inclined to feel enthusiastic or confident. We will have more of a forward-looking focus on our goals, our dreams, our path. We had Pluto go retrograde yesterday, right after the full moon, right? So it's a beautiful time to look within and understand, what makes you procrastinate, what makes you hold back, what makes you hide something about yourself, or not reveal something about yourself. Not necessarily hiding it, but not drawing attention to it either. Or is there a fear? Or is there an anxiety, perhaps? Because Pluto is our true warrior. And we will see where we need to let go of control. We will see where we need to grab onto some control. We reflect on the power that we've given away and the power we've held for our own. And what is actually moving us forward? What is a healthy ego, a healthy courage, a healthy stance, a healthy warrior? And what has been diminishing your energy, your time, your resources? So, where do we assume power? Where do we take power? Where do we give away power or control? And for what reasons? And it's about getting to know your inner warrior that much better so that you can go forward with a strong stance, with a confidence, with a passion. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for us. We start with, look at this, the Ace of Swords appears. I heard the word challenge. Will you be challenged in some way today? To maybe look at, it could be that you gamble too much. Or it could be that you overeat. Or it could be that, you turn to drugs or alcohol, or you're a shopaholic. And that's your vice. That's your comfort zone. And it's not so much of a comfort zone as we made it our comfort zone by the path we took to get to this point. And it's realizing it. It's realizing where we have to say no, where we have to instill some self-discipline on ourselves, where we have to reach out for the help in order to overcome a difficult habit, behavior. The Ace of Swords is the aha moment. It's the epiphany. It's the path to go forward. It's the challenge. It's like, go ahead. Go up there and pull that sword out of that rock. And put on that hat. That king's crown or queen's crown, perhaps. The royalty crown. And know that your sage wisdom will help you, will aid you. This is where we get the aha moment. We get the epiphany. We see clearly something about ourselves. And it could be that we see it through somebody else. And we go, I'm like that. Or I want to be like that. And look at your behaviors, your habits. We all got them. They're all our vices. We wouldn't be human without them. But perhaps something has gotten out of control and you need to put it back into control. Maybe you need to grab onto the control. Maybe you need to let go of the control. And know what you do truly have control over and what you do not. But the aha moment, the epiphany, to show you the path forward. To move you into a knowing of how to take those steps, of how to overcome the barriers. It's a challenge in some way. I get it's a challenge in some way. And it'll be a very personal challenge. Maybe you'll hear it whispered in your ear. Maybe you'll think you're having a conversation seemingly with yourself. Maybe you overhear something. But it challenges you. And you get committed to you. This is a perfect time to commit yourself. To move away from the things that lower our vitality, lower our light. Doesn't allow us to move forward in the way we want. Leaves us hiding in fear or an anxiety. Our inner warrior is there right now to help us move through that. And once you look it in the eye, it will no longer be, because you will understand it for what it is. It won't have the control over you anymore. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the Ace of Wands appears. This is about, thinking about the balance that needs to be in your life, or how you want it to be in your life, where you don't have balance, where you don't feel a safety or a security. Where you kind of feel out there, and what is really truly needed in order for you to feel grounded or secure. Is it more money in the bank? Is it a loving partner? Is it a group of people? Is it something to do with your job or your career? Do you feel most at home when you're helping other people within the community? And over the last year or so, it's been very challenging to be able to put yourself out there in the way that you want to. And so it makes you feel ungrounded. It makes you feel out of sorts. Or you're the hugger and you haven't been able to hug for over a year. Okay? Those are imbalances because it's a part of who you are and you're unable to do those things. So it could be as simple, and I don't want to say simple as in it's not something huge, because it is. But when you look at it that way, now you can start to work on, how do I give a virtual hug? How do I, there's there's a lot of different techniques. I thought of the weighted, I might as well say it because it's obviously for somebody, a weighted with autism. Very often they kind of, feel, anyways, a weighted jacket or a weighted blanket worn for like 10 to 20 minutes will calm, will soothe. Temple Grandin writes about how she grew up on a cattle farm, and there were these big pressurizers that hugged the cows, hugged the cattle to calm them down before they went to slaughter. So they had a right to be nervous. And she would get into this because she was autistic, and then she built one for herself when she was in university so she could cope, so she could calm down, so that she could bring herself to a grounded experience. And we do have the sun in Taurus. So it is about our five senses. It is about feeling grounded. So what makes you restless right now? What makes you fill with anxiety or fill with a fear or a self-doubt about yourself? Because truly, there is nothing to doubt. You've got everything you need. But yet self-doubt will rear its ugly head and will fall into believing in that. Wonder what the third card is going to be. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Fool appears. Yeah, this is a full moon reading. I always tell people when aces appear in readings, it's talking about a path that does not yet exist. Well, it exists, but you haven't come across it yet. You haven't found it. And this one is the Fool. You're going in exploration to find it, to find the adventure. And we have that Sag moon happening over the next several days. So right now is when we can grab onto the adventure or the opportunity to grow. Maybe it's a learning opportunity. Maybe it's a travel opportunity. And maybe it's traveling through your field of expertise, or through the neighborhood in a new way. Or maybe it's traveling, country to country, coast to coast, sea to sea. The Fool is here to say you don't need a lot to go forward. You need very little. You've got everything it takes. Two aces. One is the aha moment. One is the epiphany. So start thinking about how you can be more grounded in your life, and you'll come up with that, I know what I need to do now. And maybe it's learn something. Maybe you've always been bad with financing and you've come across this free course that's going to give you the ABCs of how to do it. And it's going to set you on a whole new track. One that is successful, one that is prosperous, one that brings good fortune in. So we have three amazingly beautiful cards under full moon energy, which is telling us to allow our inner warrior to show us where the true battles are in our life, what hurdles we have to jump over, what paths we must walk down. Where do we have control? Where do we have power? Where do we demand it? Where do we give it away? And I think we have beautiful energy to delve into that, to understand ourselves a little bit better. Good fortune. Invite magic in. So absolutely invite the magic in. Expect the magic to happen in your life. We have 2 aces on the board, one of them being the aha moment, the epiphany, the challenge. Get excited about that challenge. A challenge shouldn't be like, oh no, I have to go through a challenge. A challenge should be, I've got this. I'm going to prove to myself and whoever else might want to watch just how great I am, because I am going to get to that finish line. Watch me. And maybe you're trying to pass me, but there'll be my dust in your eyes the whole way going, let me tell you. Get excited about who you are and where you're going and what you can do. Don't let the things that make you procrastinate rule you. Regain that power, regain that control in the areas of your life where you can, and so you must. And expect the magic to happen. Expect that path. I mean, even the 28 energy talked about great possibilities awaiting us. What do we have to do? We have to think it through. We have to use care. We have to use good judgment. Well, let's get our mantra. I'm just trying to get to the animals here. So welcome to the magic of life. All good things are coming your way. And even with the 10 energy, it's about luck, right? Better times coming. So expect it. Expect it. You deserve your heart's desires, so allow yourself to feel good right now. When you send out positive energy, you are ready to receive. Providence gets into action. You don't need to understand how this happens. Just trust that the universe is at work and will rearrange itself to make the right things happen for you. After you have asked for what you desire, give thanks and trust. Trust that it will occur. I trust the magic in my life to fulfill my desires. I trust the magic to fulfill my desires. Absolutely. Each and every day. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I don't know when I don't invite magic into my life. If I'm going on the highway, I draw a bubble around me and I say, please, keep the cars this far away. And it's a pretty big bubble because I don't want anyone crashing into me. I want my own space on the highway, even though I know it's going to be busy and people are going to be rushing. And you know what, my son has many times said, it's just creepy, Mom. We'll be in a the moving parking lot, so to speak, and nobody's really around me. They all keep their distance. They all stay out of my bubble. Green lights when I need the green lights. Birds to dance in front of me or over my vehicle or in the distance. Or I always ask for just the beauty to come alive around me, and it always does. I am never disappointed. So there was, the other morning I was going to my job, and it was early in the morning, and these 4 or 5 birds were up in one of the willow trees, just having it out with each other, and I couldn't recognize their sound, their chirp. I thought they were blue jays, but they were quite up high in the sky. I was looking into the sun, so you really can't see as much as you'd like. And I had to go to work, so I couldn't, take the time to figure it out. But I'm thinking, now what birds visited me today? So I'm waiting for them to come back. They will. Or I'll figure it out. I'll hear them again and I'll be able to see them this time. Look for the miracles. Oh, look at this. And while you're looking for the miracles to show up in your life, okay? See the beauty all around you. Our swan comes in. Just going to have a sip of water from my rainbow cup. See the beauty around you. Partnership, beauty, grace, elegance, and partnership. And partnership's mentioned twice, and so I don't think anything's a fluke. So our relationships, our partnerships are essential right now. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams, you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dreams that you wish will come true. And that's by Cinderella. Direct quote. The swan is often associated with the transition from the ugly duckling into the beautiful swan. And in this message, Swan wants you to know that you have been beautiful since the moment of your conception. Your spirit is something that people find beautiful, and Swan wants to remind you that you are loved very much. Swan tells you to look deeper within and around yourself, to see the beauty all around you. It can be simple things, like a flower blooming on the side of the road, a smile from a stranger. Beautiful does surround you. Yep, I thought I had to turn the page. You may be doubting a love relationship, but Swan reassures you that your partnership is strong. And if you're not in a love relationship, this is an indication that a long-lasting and beautiful relationship is right in the next pond. And if you're having problems, go back to the full moon video. I'm sure I mentioned that the kind of energy that we will be experiencing, and of course that will be experienced in our closest relationships as well. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.